Mm. What you mentioned? Humans want sorry content. They want nostalgia. They're craving for something else. Will you now say that growing viral is no longer does not have a formula anymore? Like it's now gonna be based on luck. Will you say
So,
that as a marketer?
virality, right?
Mm.
I'm one of virality sometimes happen by chance. To be honest, let's be so realistic. It happens by chance, and sometimes it is very, very orchestrated, whereby you want people to see something and then you engineer it. How then do you engineer it? You don't just engineer. And okay, let me use this case study. We did World Cup campaign for Durex some years ago, and then we engineered certain conversations because we wanted people to speak in that particular manner. We wanted people to interact in that conversation, and then we did like a Twitter activation where you would not know that it was engineered, but it was generally engineered. Because what is happening is people are having, sexual conversations, relating it to football. There's banter, and then everybody feels like, oh, maybe Direct is also even jumping on the conversation. But it was not like Direct was jumping on the conversation. Direct started that conversation, and then it was engineered in a way that people started, tweeting, giving that subtle opinions and
Yeah.
around sex and football, the passion that comes with it and all of that. And then Durex found a way of sustaining that conversation. So virality can happen by chance and it can also be engineered. However, what people are looking out for, either when it happens by chance or it is engineered, is the experience that it comes with, right? Especially as a brand, you need to understand that rule number one these days is your consumers want to be human, right? And as a brand, you also need to meet them there because you want to sell, I get it, but then you want to build a community, you want to build a connection, and then that means you need to be human enough to make meanings to or to make meaning to that person that you are targeting, so that person can sort of connect with you, have an experience about your brand, and then from there they can be a part of your community. They can, take a first step into wanting to experience your brand and all like that. I used to see a particular, I'll not mention the brand name, two different brands. There's a brand that has a premium positioning. There's a brand that has your regular positioning. Both brands are very popular, but I'm not going to mention the two brands name. First off, when I've been seeing certain ads about the brand that caters to the mass market, right? And then the moment I see the ad, I know, oh, is this brand? But then I now realize that because the brand that has a premium positioning noticed that those type of content was giving the mass market brand some level of visibility. Guess what? They did something similar, and that's like the problem that we have. Even though we've understood the algorithm, right? We understand that people want to see stuff like this. We are now making a mistake in terms of creating experiences, our own unique experiences for our consumers, thereby tapping into whatever that is unique to them to then deliver our own brand message rather. So I call it the copy strategy, where you see something that is viral, that makes a lot of sense, that works for a particular brand, and then you just copy it to then use it for yours. Arsenal did something that content it has been on for a while. The carpool session, right? It has been on for a while. And then one of the things that made that carpool section with Frimpong that made it successful was the fact that people were seeing different perspective of the footballers, and it was just exciting content, right? Where you could understand more about the perspective of a player that plays for your club beyond the 90 minutes that you see on the pitch and beyond what is not, on the internet. And it's just carpool training sessions. And what it means is there's something like a korope that picks them at the entrance of the training facility, takes them to the training pitch, and then there's a verbal conversation and all of that. This thing grew so much to a point that there's a premium electric car brand that then, what, we want to sponsor that carpool session. That's what it means when you create, a distinct community or a distinct communication for your brand, and it's not just you are lifting. As everybody is doing podcasts, you are jumping on podcasts as a brand. As everybody is
Yeah,
doing this,
yeah.
so if you don't have anything different in what you want to say to consumers or how you want to communicate with them, then there's no point.
You are saying that at the end of the day, it is you being unique in the market.
Unique, yeah. That's literally what will stand out, because consumers, they've seen influencer content. Everybody knows when an influencer is advertising lately. Everybody knows. They literally know when you're advertising. So what makes it different is either the uniqueness or the style of how that influencer is delivering the message, the creativity around it, or how the brand is even distinct in the market, right? So he contributes to. I remember one time this guy Disney, yeah, I think that's his name, Disney. He did one ad for InDrive, with InDrive, Rolls Royce, some sort of content, some. Even though I don't agree with InDrive doing something around Rolls Royce picking people up, but that was amazing content. That was different from order your Rolls Royce, use my promo code. This. It was quite different. It was a different experience entirely, and that was why it went viral. Right, so we need to understand that even as businesses, beyond the numbers, beyond the sales, you need to be human first. You need to be you first, and then by being you can create different experiences that you want your consumers to experience.